Hi and welcome to your practice. We have a challenging but fun class today. We're going to get through a lot of twists and binds and balances. So I would recommend a strap for this class or something, or a belt or anything else that you have that can give your arms a little bit more length, basically. So keep that handy. And then when you're ready, just come to sit in a way that's comfortable for you. That can be cross-legged or kneeling. Rest your hands somewhere in your lap and then close down the eyes. Just make sure that the shoulders are sitting back and down, away from the ears. See if you can find some length in the spine by reaching the crown of the head upwards. And then from here, just find your breath. So just taking a few still moments to connect with the inhales and the exhales. Might be the first time today that you've consciously tuned in. So just see or notice what you're discovering or feeling. Without changing anything on purpose, just notice how the body and the breath automatically calms down a little bit as we tune inwards and start to focus on the breath. So you might find that already the breath has become a little bit deeper and a little bit slower. Finding some softness in your face and your shoulders and your belly. And if you haven't already, starting to deepen the breath, draw it in all the way down to your belly. And then slowly let it out, making the exhale a little bit longer than the inhale. Take 3 more breaths here, just like this. Then you can start to open the eyes, reach the arms straight up, out towards the sides. We're going to do some internal and external rotation inside of the shoulder joint here to warm up our shoulders. So start to externally rotate. So turn the palms to the sky and then try to get the pinkies up towards the ceiling. And at the same time, you can lift the chest as if your shoulder blades are carving out the heart space, assisting the chest in to rising up. And then we're going to go the other way. So start to turn the palms down to the back of the room and all the way to the ceiling as you hover the chest over the thighs, looking down. So a bit of an upper back curve here. And then we go again, external rotation, lift the chest, pinkies up to the ceiling. An internal rotation, turning all the way around, thumbs up, closing the chest in. And again, inhale as you lift the chest, pinky up. And exhale as you internal rotation arrives and you hover the chest. Again, breathing into lift. And exhale to curve. Inhale, lift. See how far your rotation can take you. Exhale to curve. Now that you're a bit warmer, maybe you can go a bit further. 2 more times. Breath in. Breath out. And in. and out. We're gonna finish with the lift. So external rotation, lift the chest, take a deep breath in. And then let the arms drop behind your back, clasp the hands behind you. Again, lift the chest, pull the hands down to the floor first, and then away from your body. So try to get the hands away from your seat, gazing upwards, getting a nice stretch across the chest. And release that. Shake out the hands and the shoulders. Coming onto hands and knees for Anahatasana. Keep the knees under the hips. Walk the hands forward, dropping the forehead to the floor and the belly towards the thighs. If you've got quite open shoulders, you can look forward and put the chin on the floor instead of the forehead. Now we're trying to melt the heart space down in between our shoulders towards the floor. So you can release your lower back. Take a few deep breaths here. And then push the hands into the floor, coming back up to your tabletop position. Bring the toes out wide so maybe they come off your mat to sit back into a Malasana squat. Hands at heart center, spine up nice and straight. This might be where you need your strap for the first time as we're going to come into a bind. Bring the right fingertips down to the floor and I want you to slide your shoulder towards the knee. That's going to give you a little bit more space. Open up the left arm. Find an open twist to begin with. Just take a breath in here. Enjoy this stretch. And then we're going to internal rotate in both of our shoulders and see if the hands can clasp around that right knee. If you can't reach your hands, use your strap in between the hands. And then pull on your strap or on your hand to open up the chest, gazing up over that left shoulder. And release. Hands to heart center. We're going to go straight to the other side. Left fingertips down. Slide the shoulder close to the knee. And let's just open up the right arm for a little bit of a stretch to begin with. And then internal rotation. Grab around your left knee, either with the strap or with your hands. Pull your chest open. And release. Come back to center. Place the hands on your mat. Pour some weight into your hands as you lift the hips to the sky. Turn your heels out, toes in, and just let your body hang over. Grab your elbows and do a little sway from side to side. So your feet might be off the mat here. That is completely fine. Have a little bend in the knees so that your lower back can relax. Shake out your head, no. Shake out your head, yes. Make sure that the neck is not holding on to a lot of tension. And then drop the hands to the floor. Bend the knees. Start to roll up the spine. Nice and slow. One vertebra at a time. And then with the inhale, reach the arms to the sky. Breath out, hands to heart center. Just walk the feet in and to the top of your mat here. We're starting off with a little bit of a coordination sequence. So, Follow my lead. We breathe in as the arms reach up overhead. And then we're going to twist the left arm forward and the right arm back. Look at that right arm. Keep the arms moving down next to your body and then switch. The left arm goes back and the right arm goes forward. And then we reach them all the way to the sky. So we go a full circle. Other way, left arm back, right arm forwards. The arms keeps moving down. We change sides, twist to the right, right arm back, left arm forward, hands to the sky, maybe a little lift of the chest. Breathe in. And then the knees as you fold. Find a halfway lift, straight long spine. Step back into your high plank. We're just going to hold it here for a few breaths to get some heat and activation in the core and the body. So give the floor a push. And I want you to find some length between the heels and the crown of the head. So imagine that you are pushing your heels backwards at the same time as you're reaching the crown of the head forwards. And hold for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Let's come forward. Maybe drop the knees as you lower to the mat. Find your cobra. Shoulders back and down, lift the chest, and then downward facing dog, exhale. Walk the feet if you want to, move your hips, move your shoulders. Just try on this down dog now as it's the first one we do. Take some deep breaths. And then when you're ready, come to stillness. Sending the sit bones up, pushing the hands down and forwards, getting that spine nice and long. And then lift the heels, look at your hands, tippy toe your way to the top of the mat, forward fold as you exhale. Halfway lift, inhale. Fold, bend the knees, start to roll up the spine. Inhale, hands comes up and overhead. And exhale, hands to heart center. We're going to do just that in flow. Breath in, arms up. Right hand back, left arm forward, twist. Keep moving. Inhale, left arm back, right arm forward. Come to center. And exhale to the left. Inhale to the right. And then let's fold, exhale. Halfway lift, deep breath in. Chaturanga, stepping back to come either halfway down or all the way down for a cobra or an upward facing dog. Deep breath in. Downward facing dog, hips to the sky. Let's have one breath in here. And long breath out. Lift the heels, look forward. Make your way to the top of the mat. Find your halfway lift right away. And fold. Coming up to stand, reach the hands overhead. We go straight back into it. Right arm back, left arm forward, twist. Switch. Breathe in to come to center. Exhale to the left. Then switch. Breathe in, come to center. Let's fold. Exhale. Halfway lift. Chaturanga. Go through this sequence as you wish. Cobra or up dog. And downward facing dog. Right away, lift the heels. Look at your hands. Step or jump to the top of your mat. Halfway lift. And fold. Up to stand. Reach the hands. Hands to heart center. We move on. Chair pose. Sitting down. Raise the fingertips to the mat. Keep the seat low. Arms next to your ears. Imagine you're hugging a block in between your hands. So you'll have some energy going in towards the midline, and then lift that block over your head. Try to align the arm bones with your ears, and then breathe here. Length between the tailbone and the top of the head. Make sure the eyes are gazing forwards, not looking down at the floor. One more deep breath in, and fold as you exhale. Halfway lift, breath in. Step or jump back for your chaturanga. Upward dog. And then pause in your up dog here. We're going to do a little funky transition. Tuck your right toes under. Hover your left leg off. Make sure your core is switched on. And then we push back straight into a three-legged dog. So the left leg is up towards the sky here. Breathe in to lift the leg higher. Tiger curl it forward. Exhale and then step for a crescent lunge. Arms up. Deep breath in. And exhale to just settle here for a moment. So there's still that feeling of hugging a block between your hands and lifting it up over your head. We're going to do the same arm movement here as we did at the beginning. So start to twist, right arm forward, left arm back. Come into your crescent twist. Hold here for a moment. Get really long between your fingertips. And then let the arms drop by your side. Move into warrior two. The arms stop as they reach shoulder height. We hold here for a couple of breaths. And come a little bit lower. We're going to flip and reverse. Deep breath in. Moving into a chaturanga, but maybe you want to try this transition. Put the right hand down. Before you put your left hand on the floor, try to remove your left leg and then place your left hand down so that you have some more space. Chaturanga. Upward dog. Tuck your left toes under. Hover your right foot, push back. Three-legged dog, right leg to the sky. Deep breath in. Knee to your nose. And then step it forward, find your crescent lunge. And settle here, couple of breaths. Find length through the spine. And then we twist left arm forward, right arm back. Look towards the right. Let the arms continue down by your side. Move them into a warrior two position. Stop the arms at shoulder height. Two breaths here. And then let's reverse. Big breath in. Same transition if you want to try. Left hand down. Before you put your right hand to the floor, move your right leg. Switch. And then chaturanga. Upward dog. Both feet on the floor. Downward facing dog. Take one breath in. And out. Lift the heels. Look at your hands. Bend the knees. Let's jump. Top of the mat. Halfway lift when you get there. And fold. Up to stand. Hands to the sky. And hands down to the heart. We're just going to flow that through once before we move on. Chair pose, inhale. Exhale to fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Chaturanga, get there however you want to. Upward facing dog. Tuck your right toes, send your left leg up and back, three-legged dog. Breathe in. Tiger curl, step the leg forward, crescent lunge, breath in. And twist, exhale. Warrior two, let the arms continue the circle. Exhale to stay lower into the front knee. Let's reverse, breath in. Chaturanga, maybe this funky transition if that floats your boat. Upward dog. Other way, tuck your left toes, right leg to the sky, three-legged dog. Breath in. Knee to your nose. Crescent lunge. And twist. Continue the arms. Land in your warrior two. Inhale. Exhale to lower and stay. Reverse. Deep breath in. Chaturanga. Left hand down. Then right hand down. Upward dog. And downward dog. Pausing here. Catch your breath. Just let your breath slowly, one exhale at a time, get a little bit deeper and softer. See if you can be completely still in your body. 2 more long breaths here. And we're going to start with the left leg again. So reach the left leg to the sky. This time you can bend the knee and open up in the hip. Take an extra inhale to send the knee to the sky. And then tiger curl it forward. Step it. Find your warrior one just for the inhale. And the warrior two as you exhale. We're going to reverse. Big breath in. Finding your side angle here. The elbow can come to the knee or fingertips to the floor. Right fingertips overhead. And again, there's that sensation of internal rotation in the arm bone. So you want to turn your pinky down to the floor. So the palm of the hand is at the back of the room. The side of your mat, I should say. Maybe fingertips down. Find length. We are moving into a bind here, so you might need your strap for this one. Lift the right arm up to the sky. Turn it the other way around. And then bring your left shoulder down towards your left knee. See if you can clasp the hands behind you or use your strap. And like we did in the beginning, pull on your hands, lean the chest back to open up in the shoulders, maybe gaze up towards the ceiling. And release the bind. Let's reverse. If you want, you can stretch that front leg, give it a break. Big breath in. Just a little wiggle of the body back into a crescent lunge. So rearrange your feet so they're on train tracks here. You feel nice and stable. Lift the chest, open the arms wide, hug the shoulder blades together, and then clasp behind your back. Breath in to pull your hands away from the body. Come forward into your left foot. Transfer the weight slowly so that there's no hopping, and you can just float your body into an airplane with the hands bound. Here's that length in the body again between the right foot this time and the crown of the head. Get nice and long. Hands are lifted away from your seat, and the shoulders are pulled back away from the ears. Take one more breath in. Bend both knees, let go of the hands, place your right foot down, arms up, big breath in, then hands to heart center, exhale. Okay. You might need your strap for this one. We're gonna come into a straight, a standing one-legged balance. So the strap or your hand is gonna go around your left foot. If you can reach your left big toe, just grab your toe. But I want your elbows to be straight. Make sure that you're walking the hands as much close to the foot as you can so the elbows are straight. Find your balance. We're going to pistol squat our way back down to the mat as slowly and controlled as possible. So to do that, you have to lean forward. So maybe you have to bend your left knee here as you pull on the strap. Lower your butt down to your right heel. Maybe you can find your balance here. And then sit your butt gently down. Or falling down to the floor is also an option if you prefer. It's usually the most popular choice in my classes. So see how you go. From here, the right arm comes to the inside of the right knee. Slide the shoulder as far down as you can. And we are, yes, again, binding here, with or without the strap. Find a forward fold, drop the head down. Just some stillness in the chaos for a moment. And then coming up with your torso, lift that right leg off the floor. Get it up and into your armpit. Holding here with a straight spine. And then place the right foot down. Release the bind. The left hand comes behind you for a wild thing. Send the hips up. Lift the right arm overhead. Deep breath in. And then lower the hips back down. Now this is the fun part. We're going to get our way back up through a pistol squat if you can. Otherwise, I will give you an option. So grab your strap if you used it. You can, if you have the ability to just lift yourself up to this position and maybe stand all the way up, you can definitely do that. Otherwise, do a little rock and roll back. Try to get your hips up a little bit off the heel. Do that a few times. Another option is to just hug your knees in and stand up like this. But let's try the pistol squat, shall we? With or without a rock back. So after you get your hips off, it's sheer determination. You have to pull on your left leg and push into your right foot. See if you can stand back up into your balance. And then we're gonna release the strap and the leg. Woo! Okay, let's do the other side. Let's do the other side. Breath in, arms to the sky. And let's fold forwards. Halfway lift. Chaturanga or downward facing dog. Up dog. And down dog. Take one breath in between sides here. Right leg to the sky, bend the knee, open up the hip. Breathe the knee higher to the sky. And then target curl it forward. Find a warrior one breath. And warrior two as you exhale. Reverse your warrior. And then find your side angle here. Bring the pinky down to the floor, palm of the hand towards the back. Maybe fingertips to the floor. Get as long as you can, as expansive as you can. And then start to reach the left arm to the sky. Slide your right shoulder towards your right knee. And maybe find your bind, maybe use your strap. Pull on your hands, lean back, open the chest for a couple of breaths here. And then release. Bring the hands out, warrior two, and then breath in. Maybe you want to stretch your front leg as you reverse. Hands up, crescent lunge, so rearrange the feet as needed. Lift the chest, open the arms. Big breath in. And then clasp the hands the weird way this time. Lift the chest, pull the shoulders back. See if you can get your hands away from your back or that left thigh. Come forwards, all the way into your right foot. Float into your airplane. Try to get a smooth takeoff. And then get long. See if your breath is strained here. Can you find some softness in the breath? Lift those hands away from your back. And then stretch the left leg back, crown of the head forwards. Bend both knees, left foot to the floor. Release the hands. Breath in. Exhale, hands to heart center. Okay, other side. Find your strap if you are using your strap. Hook it around your right foot. And then stretch it forward. Or keep it a little bit bent. Because we do have to lean forwards when we squat down here, or else you're just going to fall back. So if that means having your right knee a little bit bent, then do that. And then try to control this movement down, 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 slowly. Until you can sit your hips on your left heel. And then gracefully plant your butt cheeks down. However graceful or non-graceful that was for you. Let's move on. Left knee is now bent. Left arm in front of the knee or on the inside of the knee. Slide the shoulders or the shoulder down. Find your bind and your forward fold. Drop the head. And then look forward, sit up tall, lift that foot off the floor. Get the knee up into your armpit. And then place the foot down. Right hand behind your body. Find your wild thing. Breath in to your back bend. And hips down. Now I went through the alternatives of how to get up on the other side. So I'm not going to do that again. But I would recommend you to just try this little lift with your hips off the floor a few times before giving up on it. This side might surprise you. Yeah, maybe do it with a rock back and then a little lift off a few times. If you are trying to stand up, get your hips up first, find your balance because you're gonna need it on the way up. Pull your hands, pull on your foot And then push the floor away with your left leg. And then release. Whee. Get rid of the strap. We're going to come into one balance before we stretch. So basically exactly what we just did on the floor, we're going to do standing now. Get your left knee up into your chest. You might need your strap for this balance, but you're going to bring the left arm to the inside of the left knee. Slide your shoulder down and then see if you can either grab your hands or your strap around your body. And then stand back up. If this balance doesn't work at all for you with the bind, just do a variation of it without the bind. Just holding your knee or something else, something other creative solution you come up with. This is a flamingo. We are now going to bow our head towards the water. So start to pike at the hips. Send your left foot behind you. We are trying to get our beak to touch our knee. Drop the crown of the head down. The left foot is behind. And then you can come back up. If possible, still with your bind intact. And then release the foot to the floor. We got one more side to go. Right knee to the chest. Right hand on the inside, slide that shoulder down, and then bring it around. Standing up tall here. Finding that proud flamingo moment in your body. And then let's start to bow forwards, nice and slow. Concentration is on top in this balance here. Maybe you can look at your shaking foot and then coming up. Ooh. If you went down, find your flamingo and then release, shake it off. We are officially stretching. Let's go. Finding our way to a downward facing dog. Breath in. Arms up. Maybe a little back bend here. And then fold. Halfway lift. You can move through your chaturanga or just step back into your downward dog. Up to you. Take a few deep breaths in whatever transition you're doing. And then because we have been doing a left leg first, let's do that again. Left leg to the sky, bend the knee, open the hip. Sending the left leg forward for a half pigeon. Ankle to your right wrist, knee to your left wrist. And then slide your right leg back. Adjust the body into this stretch as much as you can. Maybe a block underneath that left hip. And then come into a forward fold for a few breaths. And then take 2 more breaths here. And then start to lift your torso up. Keep the legs where they are. Maybe slide your left heel a little bit closer to you if it's not already there. Moving into a back bend, fingertips to the floor. Lift the chest and look up. If you want to go further, you can reach the right arm around and grab your back foot. Gently kick the foot into the hand to assist the torso to stay tall as you maybe lift the left arm up and overhead. For those of you that have the space, can come into your mermaid, sliding the foot into your elbow crease, clasping the hands behind your head. And then whatever variation you are in, close the eyes, take about 4 more breaths here. And then release slowly, hands to the floor. Find your last downward facing dog. Walk it up. And then lifting the right leg up, bending the knee, opening the hip, sending it forward for a half pigeon. And take your time to set yourself up here. It can be a position that requires a bit of fiddling around before you find your perfect spot. And then you can move into your forward fold, dropping the head. Take 2 more deep breaths here. And then start to lift your upper body. Slide your heel closer to you if it's not there already. Come up onto your fingertips as you lean back for your back bend. This is a great place to stay, to just open up in the chest. If you are moving further, the left arm can reach and grab the left foot. Gently kick the foot into the hand just to assist the body staying upright if you are reaching that right arm up to the sky. And then maybe your mermaid, sliding the foot into your elbow, clasping the hands behind the back. Close the eyes, take 4 or 5 more breaths here. And then release that slowly. Slide your left leg forward. We have arrived at Shavasana time. So start to lay your body down flat on the mat. Grab whatever support you would like. And then drop the body down, palms facing up. And just let the body melt down into the mat. Find back to that ease in the breath. Just notice for a second how easy it is to breathe. And just let your body indulge in that. We're here for another few moments. Just allow yourself to be in the moment with your gaze internalized. And then take another two, maybe a little bit deeper breaths here as you come back to the body if your mind drifted off. As if you can draw the awareness back in with your inhale. And allow it to stay as you exhale. And you can start moving really gently into fingers and toes, ankles and wrists. Maybe you want to give your body a full stretch with the arms overhead, pointing the toes, arching the back. And then hug the knees to the chest. Make it a good, warm and loving hug here for a couple of breaths. Making your way into a seated position however you want. Cross-legged or kneeling, landing the hands together at heart center. Closing the eyes. Regardless of how you feel this practice went, appreciating the work that the body did and always do for us and continues to do for us. Not getting caught up in the things that didn't work or didn't go as well as we want them to, but trying to look with admiration and thankfulness to the parts that are working as they should. And then bowing the head to the fingertips in gratitude to ourselves, to the practice, and to each other. Namaste.